Hey everybody, welcome to EDUT 547. My name is Bill Selleck. I am your instructor for the course. Let's jump in, shall we? So, some of you may know me, most of you do not. I am outdoors at Hillbrook School. I'm our director of technology. And there's a neighbor making some noise that just started. You probably heard it. Anyway, I don't know what they're doing. Working on a deck or something? Anyway, if you hear that, sorry about that. I've been at Hillbrook School, going on my 8th year now as Director of Technology. We're an independent school, K-8, in Los Gatos, California, near the San Jose area. I have 3 kids. All 3 of them go to Hillbrook in 1st, 3rd, and 4th grade. And my goodness, has it been 2 years? I hope you're hanging in there. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. And you're getting your master's. You're in this course. So hang in there, as much as you can. Take care of yourself. Kind of while we're on that topic, at some point in this course, if you or, immediate family members end up getting sick, please reach out to me as soon as possible. Keep me in the loop. I'm here to support you, to help you get through this course. And it's an intense time to be an educator right now, and you're getting your master's. So, whew. All right. Let's talk about the course a little bit, shall we? Yes, we shall. You don't get a say in this. You just get to listen to me talk. That's how videos work. Although you can talk, right? You're possibly thinking you can say words, but you're not going to say them now. It's funny in my head. If my 4th grader were here right now, she'd be like, Dad. And then she makes the same jokes I make. So, there you have it. You have 2 textbooks for this course. You have How the Brain Learns by Dr. Sousa. Be sure you're using the 5th edition. The paging has changed over time. It gets updated over time. We learned a lot about how the brain works, and how educators can leverage that. We learned a lot recently. There have been 5 editions. That's why it's called the 5th edition. See, this is why I'm the instructor for the course. Yeah. So be sure you're on the updated version. Ebooks, audiobooks are may or may not be different, so that part might be tricky, getting the pages correct. Also make sure you have your APA style guide. That is the 6th edition that we are using. That's like a vaguely recent update from the 5th. Because the 6th comes after the 5th. We're going to go through all 4 of your assignments, and then just a kind of an overview of the course. It's pretty formulaic, so once you get through week 1, you know basically what to expect for the rest of the course. So, your first project is a group project. There's 2 parts to it. You have a paper and a presentation. You're basically discussing things you've learned in weeks 1 and 2. At the end of week number 2, you're going to have submission as a paper. It should be a Word doc. It needs to be APA formatted using the 6th edition. And then part 2 of that is the following Thursday, which ends up being kind of the middle of week 3. And that is a presentation. Strongly encourage you to use Google Slides for that. It makes it much easier since all of you have Google accounts through Concordia University, Irvine. It's a great way to collaborate. It's the simplest way to collaborate. That is the first assignment, parts 1 and 2. Second assignment is called the Information Processing Model Analogy. So with that, in your Sousa text, you're going to learn about the information processing model. And this is, like, as I'm saying this out loud, it sounds really dry, but how do I put it? It's not dry. This is possibly the most useful course you will ever take, and I'm not just saying that because I'm the instructor for 547. It's one of those where, like, if we take just a step back moment as educators, our job is to, like, change brains, right? Technically, students spend time with us. When they leave, their brains are physically different, right? Synapses have rearranged and connected in new ways. So if our job is really to, like, change brains, then looking at brain-based research, looking at how the brain learns, which is also the title of the book, not creative, but quite descriptive. Um, it's so like so important and like so applicable no matter what you're teaching, right? Even, if you're in administration, moving to administration, there goes the deck again. Quick tangent. If you're doing remote learning at any point and you're recording videos for your students, even in person if you're making videos for students, don't do 2 takes unless you're submitting it to be like Apple Distinguished Educator, in which case you're going to heavily edit it. Just hit record, talk. If you get interrupted, there's an announcement in the PA system. Just roll with it. I think it gives you 2 things. You're not going to do 20 takes, right? Because you're not going to have enough time right now. You don't have extra time as an educator. That's the first part. The second part is, particularly if you make mistakes, it's going to make you feel more like a human to your students, and it's more authentic. And there's something incredibly powerful about being authentic to your students as an educator. Right? So if somebody walks in the door and gets interrupted, just keep it rolling. Don't edit it. Keep it rolling. Someone's working on like a deck just on that side of the fence on the edge of your campus. You just keep going, and that's okay. So anyway, so I'm doing that to model that, and because I don't want to like edit out or re-record like a 10-15 minute video. Yes. So the information processing model analogy is your second assignment, due at the end of week 4. It is an APA formatted paper, and you're basically going to just show what you learned about the information processing model. It's in the SUSE book. It's in your readings around week 4. There's 4 parts to it, and you don't need to write this down or memorize this yet. You have the sensory registry, you have immediate memory, working memory, long-term memory. And so you're going to come up with an analogy to explain what this model is. Might be like how to cook a meal, parts of a car, ways you organize, set up, and use Christmas decorations. Could be parts of a baseball stadium. If you're into sports, I'm not. Parts of a computer, possibly. Mac OS. How to cook a particular thing. How to cook bread at home, which most of you have likely learned in the last 2 years. But you're going to do that, and that's an APA formatted paper. Second assignment due at the end of week 4. Your third assignment, Arts and Movement Project. This is the end of week 6. So your goal is to create a presentation to show others, an audience, like a school board administrator, PTA, maybe a proposal for like a mini grant through, an education organization. Sometimes even credit unions give out some great mini grants. The idea of why arts should be integrated into the school day, why it should be an essential part of learning and of time that we spend with our students. I'll talk more about it a little bit later, but it seems timely now. If you don't know about Global School Play Day, a couple friends started this maybe 6 years ago. The goal is to spend the entire day with your students doing unstructured play. If that sounds awesome, that sounds like a good use of time, and it is, particularly if you're in elementary education. Global School Play Day, check it out, sign up. There's like so many. Where's they're like at 500,000 students are involved this year, maybe? I might be making that up. It might be way more or way less. Anyway, the Arts and Movement Project is your third assignment. Your final assignment is your brain compatible unit. This is due the last day of school, the end of week 8, Friday, March 4th. This is our signature assignment, and with this, you actually don't start at week 8, you start at kind of week 1. You're going to complete this as you go through the course. You're going to add in all the pieces you've learned from all the resources, from the SUSE text, from all the videos and links to other articles. You're going to basically enhance a unit that you're already teaching or that you plan to teach with brain-based, hands-on components. There's a couple samples for you. So if you're looking at this and you're like, oof, like this looks like a big thing, the answer is yes. Yes, it is. But also you can click ahead maybe today and look at those 2 examples so that you know what it's going to look like really starting in week 1. So if you're if you're doing this right, and you really need to be successful for this assignment, if you're doing it right, it's going to almost feel like someone's working on a deck. It's going to feel, dare I say, easy. It's not going to feel easy, but it will feel like, for sure, manageable if you're doing it a little bit each week. So take a look at those samples, and you're gonna just get started with that right away. So looking at the course as a whole, each week you're going to see about 2 discussion board posts. For every discussion board post, you have your initial post due on a Thursday evening, Thursday by 11:59 p.m. Get that in before midnight. You need an APA citation every time. Strongly encourage you to look at the rubric for the discussion boards to see what the points are, to see what the requirements are, to know what the expectations are for the posts. So you have your initial post every Thursday for each discussion board prompt, and then you have 2 replies due Sunday night for each discussion board prompt. So if we have 2 prompts, you're going to have 2 posts and 4 replies total. Those replies should be about a paragraph, and those are due no later than Sunday before midnight. What else in the course? You're in the Meet the Instructor area. Hi, it's good to see you. There's info about me if you're watching the embedded video down below me. Take a look at that. Make sure to review the syllabus and the textbooks. Go carefully through the syllabus, and you're going to see, each week that it's pretty formulaic. You're going to see resources, readings, other things to read or watch, what the assignment is, links to the discussion board, and there's typically a prayer section at the bottom of that. Also on the far corner, starting to sprinkle, and I am outside. I should wrap up this video, and I already am. So that works out. Under course items, and then right below that, you have resources. Pardon me. Under resources, make sure you can review the APA resources, the writing studio, the library, and research. All of that is incredibly useful stuff for you. If you have questions, please reach out to me. I'll always get back to you within 24 hours. And head on over to week 1. I'll give you some more details about week 1 and what is coming up in week 1. Welcome to EDUT 547, and welcome.